Modern cars are packed with tech. Step into any new vehicle and you're met with sleek touchscreens, a suite of automatic features, and smart systems all promising unparalleled convenience and innovation. From adaptive cruise control to voice-activated everything, we're sold a vision of a seamless, futuristic driving experience. It's an intoxicating promise of effortless mobility. But here's the truth that dealerships often gloss over. Some of these upgrades are ticking time bombs for your car's reliability. Behind the polished surfaces lies a complex web of sensors and software prone to glitches and outright failure. A feature designed for convenience can quickly become your biggest headache, leading to mysterious warning lights, costly diagnostic fees, and repairs that run into the thousands for something you might not have even wanted in the first place. To find the worst offenders, I went deep. I sifted through over 300 official service records, consulted with veteran mechanics who see these issues daily, and analyzed thousands of real driver complaints. My goal was to cut through the marketing noise and identify the features that consistently fail. The result is this list. 20 car features that are statistically causing more harm than good. We'll cover everything from infotainment nightmares to transmission troubles. Stick around till the end for a bonus tip that could save you thousands in repair bills. And yes, one of these features is already being removed from 2025 models because it's become a real safety risk. Let's start with the worst offenders. Turning off your engine at red lights might sound smart, but it's a feature born from emissions test loopholes, not driver benefit. In the real world, the fuel savings are often less than 5%, a trivial amount that comes at a steep cost. Every single stop initiates another wear and tear cycle on your starter motor. These systems use beefier starters, but they aren't invincible, and replacing one is a costly, labor-intensive job. It also puts immense strain on your battery, which has to be a more expensive absorbent glass mat or AGM type to handle the constant deep cycling. When that dies, you're out $250 or more. Worse, each time the engine stops, oil pressure drops to zero. Upon restart, there's a critical moment before oil fully circulates, causing accelerated wear on bearings and camshafts. This is especially damaging in cold weather when oil is thick. Disable it if you can. Just check your warranty first. Swiping through screens to change your AC while flying down the freeway? That's not futuristic. It's dangerously distracting. Studies confirm that interacting with a touchscreen takes a driver's eyes off the road for significantly longer than using a simple knob you can operate by feel. Muscle memory is a powerful safety tool, and touchscreens eliminate it. There's no tactile feedback, forcing you to look down and confirm every single input. And they don't just distract, they fail. Touchscreens crash, freeze in extreme temperatures and suffer from phantom touches. When the central screen fails, you don't just lose your radio, you can lose your climate controls, vehicle settings, and sometimes even your speedometer. Imagine your windshield fogging up in a winter storm, and the defroster is buried 3 menus deep on a screen that's decided to reboot. No thanks. A replacement unit out of warranty? That'll be thousands. Goodbye spare tire, hello tiny air compressor, and a bottle of goo. Automakers ditch the spare to save a few pounds and pennies, touting it as progress. But these tire mobility kits are a cruel joke when you face a real-world problem. They're useless for common failures like blowouts, sidewall damage from a pothole, or a cracked wheel. They only work for a small, perfect puncture in the center of the tread. And that sealant? It's a ticking time bomb for your wallet. The sticky gunk clogs and destroys the delicate and expensive tire pressure monitoring system or TPMS sensors inside your wheel. Now, on top of a new tire and a tow truck bill, you're forced to buy a new sensor and pay a mechanic to clean the mess off your rim. For peace of mind, check if your car has a spare tire well and buy a compact spare and jack kit yourself. Today's engine bays look like a game of Tetris gone wrong, designed for assembly line robots, not human mechanics. This packaging nightmare means simple jobs are now complex surgeries. Want to replace a headlight? You might have to remove the bumper. Need a new battery? That could require dismantling half the cowl. This extreme density also traps heat, creating an oven that bakes plastic components, rubber hoses, and wiring harnesses until they become brittle and fail prematurely. Repair time goes up, your frustration goes up, and so does your bill. The era of the weekend DIY repair is being systematically engineered out of existence, forcing you back to the dealership for even the most basic maintenance. Buttons on buttons on buttons. Modern steering wheels are a minefield of confusing icons and mushy-feeling controls. Volume up, down, who knows? You end up looking down to find the right button, completely defeating the purpose of putting them there. But the real problem lies within the steering column in a part called the clock spring. It's a delicate ribbon cable that winds and unwinds as you turn the wheel. With so many functions routed through it, this cable is under constant stress and eventually fatigues and breaks. When it fails, you don't just lose the ability to skip a track. You lose your horn and, critically, your airbag. Now you've got a major safety failure and a $600 fix on your hands. Push to start sounds sleek, until your $400 fob dies and leaves you stranded. Sure, there's usually a backup method, but it's often buried in the owner's manual you've never read. But a dead battery is nothing compared to the terrifying efficiency of a relay attack. Thieves use a simple device to capture the signal from your key fob, even through the walls of your house, and relay it to a second device next to your car. The car thinks the key is present, unlocks the doors, and allows the engine to start. They can steal your car in under 30 seconds without breaking a window or making a sound. Losing a fob is its own nightmare, requiring an expensive trip to the dealer for a replacement and programming. Suddenly, a simple metal key never looked so good. Muscle memory? Gone. For decades, the simple PRND lever has allowed drivers to shift gears instinctively without looking. Now, it's being replaced by an array of buttons, dials, and toggles that demand your visual attention. This isn't just an annoyance, it's a safety hazard. In an emergency that requires a quick three-point turn or shifting from drive to reverse, that moment you spend looking down to find the right button is a moment you're not looking at the road. These systems have also led to a frightening number of rollaway incidents where drivers mistakenly think they've engaged park, only to have their vehicle roll into traffic or down a driveway. Want fast, confident decisions in a crisis? Ditch the buttons. More power, more heat, more problems. To meet fuel economy standards, automakers are replacing larger, simpler engines with small, complex, turbocharged ones. A turbo forces more air into the engine, but it does so by spinning at over 150,000 revolutions per minute in exhaust gas that can exceed 1,700 degrees Fahrenheit. This creates immense stress. The turbo's bearings rely on a constant flow of clean engine oil for lubrication and cooling. If you shut the engine off too quickly after a hard drive, the oil can cook onto the bearings, a process called coking, starving them of lubrication and leading to catastrophic failure. When a turbo lets go, it can send metal shrapnel throughout your intake system, turning a $1,500 part replacement into a $4,000 plus engine repair. Unless it's a well-engineered unit from a brand like Toyota, Mazda, or Honda, you're often playing with fire. Shutting off engine cylinders while cruising sounds like a clever way to save fuel. In reality, it's a ticking time bomb for your engine's internals. Systems like GM's Active Fuel Management and Ram's Multi-Displacement System use complex oil pressure-activated lifters that can collapse to deactivate cylinders. The problem is these special lifters are a notorious weak point. They are prone to sticking, failing to re-engage, or having their internal components break down. When a lifter fails, it stops rotating correctly and gets hammered by the camshaft, quickly grinding down the cam lobe. This results in the dreaded lifter tick, followed by misfires, a check engine light, and ultimately, a multi-$1,000 repair that requires tearing deep into the engine. The minuscule MPG gain is not worth the massive financial risk. Gasoline direct injection, or GDI, shoots fuel straight into the cylinder. Sounds efficient, right? It is, but it comes with a dirty secret. In older port injection engines, gasoline was sprayed onto the back of the intake valves, constantly cleaning them. With GDI, only air and oil vapor from the crankcase ventilation system pass over the hot valves. This oil vapor bakes on, forming thick, hard carbon deposits that slowly choke your engine. As the buildup worsens, it restricts airflow, causing a rough idle, hesitation, loss of power, and poor fuel economy. Because fuel additives never touch the deposits, the only fix is a labor-intensive walnut blasting service every 50,000 miles, which can cost $700 or more. The best systems, used by Toyota and Ford, mix GDI with port injection, giving you the best of both worlds. Otherwise, it's a maintenance nightmare in the making. Bonus tip: if you're buying a used car, check if the infotainment system has wireless updates. Why? Because many modern systems stop getting support, leaving you with buggy software and no fixes. A $2,000 screen shouldn't be a paperweight. Always check. Car companies love selling features that look cool on paper, but as we've seen, your reliability often pays the price. From glitchy infotainment systems to overly sensitive driver aids, the pursuit of innovation can lead to expensive repairs and daily frustration. Here at the Auto Authority, our goal is to cut through that noise and empower you with the knowledge to make informed decisions, saving you from costly mistakes. If you found this video helpful, show your support by hitting that like button. To join our community of savvy car owners, be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. We're building a community, and your experiences matter. So head to the comments and let me know, which feature from our list drives you crazy, or is there one we missed? I read every single comment.